Hello guys, it's Grimky here, and it's Halloween. And so, why not we do a review of a spooky film from one of the most spookiest directors. No, not Alfred Hitchcock. No, not Wes Craven. Tim Burton. And for those who've basically been over a rock for since I don't know, the late 80s. He's a American director known for his adaptation of Batman and Batman Returns, Mars Attacks, and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that 2010 Disney Alice in Wonderland remake, Big Eyes, and most famous of all, The Nightmare Before Christmas, aka my favorite Disney movie. Yeah. He's also infamous for being that director that puts his now divorced wife Helen Bonham Carter and Johnny Depp in the same film, being his equivalent of Wes Anderson's Bill Murray and Owen Wilson brothers. And he's also known for starting the Tumblr sexy man trope. Thank you, Tim Burton, for making Tumblr more than just people being offended and so much curvy girl porn. And I don't know if he ever started it, but the cartoon adaptation of one of his films, Beetlejuice, started the cutesy, spooky girl character that gets sexy art, despite them looking pretty underage. Okay, and now that you're caught up, let's talk about this treat. Okay, you all know how the film goes. And you know how the film music goes every time. Since it's a very popular film. Okay, here's the thing. The film's about Jack Skellington getting sick and tired of Halloween as he lives there. And wants to conquer a new holiday. He celebrates Christmas and some pretty good music, and shows his people the Christmas, and gets children that are human children that wear Halloween costumes that are making me question, where are their parents? Like, are they siblings? Did they ever get captured? Kidnapped? These kids are also apparently the henchmen and women of Oogie Boogie, this gambling burlap sack man who is pretty much just associated with Las Vegas, is gambling culture. The human children kidnap Santa, and Jack steals Santa's hat, and thanks to the help of his ghost dog Zero and the scientist who makes this doll-like woman who has feelings for Jack named Sally, and then Jack enters the human world and basically scares the shit out of a lot of people. Unless you're a scene kid. And one of these toys is apparently might be a hidden Mickey. Jack gets blowed up, but survives, saves Santa from Oogie. Santa cleans up Jack's shit, and Jack and Sally confess their feelings. Okay, that's just how the film ends, and That leads me to the thing I do not like about this film. The ending with them falling in love. There is little to no explanation that they, have romantic stuff about them. They never, really even talked. I feel like that thing should have been tweaked. Now onto the things I really, and I mean really like about this film. The animation and music. Wow, Danny Elfman did a really good job on the music. Like, these are probably stuff I probably listen around Christmas time. And every so, like, being the animator for this, at least one of the animators for this, can show you how good it is. And Burton's designs are amazing. Overall, this film is pretty good. Well, as you expect. It is my favorite Disney movie. And I'll explain my reasons. 1. It's different from your usual Disney fare. Or it being a story about an actual villainous character, and it being done in stop motion. A thing Disney rarely does. I explained probably my 2 reasons. And for those asking me if this is my favorite Tim Burton film, not really. Not really much of a guy who jumps onto Tim Burton. And yeah. And Disney had a little favor on it. Throwing on to their now dead Touchstone Pictures. Until that film's a big success, so Disney's like, oh, this was totally a Disney film. Oh yes, we totally promoted it. Then again, Tim Burton was on the decline during the decade I was born in. Like, the only 2 films I think that actually are mainstream that are directed by him are, at least as far as I can know, are of his adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and The Corpse Bride. It didn't take until, like, big eyes for him to actually get, like you become back to the well-known director he is. But he's not going to get up to, like, the greatness like he was back in the 90s. But at least he hasn't become a dumpster fire like Kevin Smith. And that's basically it. The only thing I have much to say is, given it's Halloween, I might as well talk about this episode of Big Bang Theory, the Halloween one, where they went as a costume. This is kind of similar to that from his video on weird Halloween specials. At least I believe like the second one or third one, where he did something similar to that Israel's Rosette thing. I always wondered what Sheldon's costume was supposed to be. He says he's a Doppler effect. I wonder, what is that? Sound. It's sound. He dressed up as sound. You read tons of comics. You literally are impacted by nerd culture. And you pick sound. Like, you dressed up as sound. Like, that. Like, the others had some fun ideas, like Rochester Spore, Howard as Robin Hood, and Leonard as Frodo. Okay, that's all for now. And happy Halloween. And there will also be a second video for this week. At the start of the Rip-Off Month. It'll be my first review of a mockbuster. Take care.